All right, welcome everyone. Welcome to Here for the Horses. Oh, cool, Nancy. Nancy's got a thing up. That's a nice looking book. I like that one. Yeah, welcome Here for the Horses. We have a fun day today planned. Oh, that's the Horse Anatomy book. I have that book. I didn't even recognize that photo. Maybe you need to get in there a little bit more. Okay, so we're going to do a couple things today. We're going to first talk about the homework for Journey Through the Horse. Okay, that's going to be the first thing we're going to do. Then we are going to watch a video that Rita submitted of Arthur, which I think is really fun. And then we are going to look at some photos. And I did some fun stuff with some photos, so we'll check those out. So that's the plan for today. So let's talk about Journey Through the Horse first. I will do a screen share and we'll take a look at what we have planned. Here's the course. Oh, Sylvie's here. Excellent. Okay, so here's the course. This week's homework is going to be, and it's a little bit broken up. So we did the four-leg traction and jostle. Okay. This week's is going to be the knee rub or the carpus, the fetlock rub, and the coronet band. But leave the ting points out. I'm going to do a whole week on ting points, and I might actually do some research on it and gather some information for us. And then we're all going to do ting points probably next week, but don't do those for this week. So it's going to be the knee rub, fetlock rub, and the coronet band. Okay. So that's the plan for that. Sylvie's in the house. Hi, Sylvie.
Hey, where am I? Here.
There she is. Okay, so that's the plan for the homework. Does anyone have questions on that? Good. All right, I do want to show, we're going to do a screen share and we're going to watch Rita work on Arthur. I did put that video out, and the caption that I put up was, I want everyone to watch this video because there was a very special moment in the video, and I want you guys to be able to catch that moment also if it happens to you. And it happens a lot on the legs. Okay, because what do I say about legs? Legs get forgotten about by everyone. So what happens is tension builds up in the legs, and then when you as the owner comes along and is able to get that tension out of the legs, the horse goes like, whoa, what's this? Okay, so I want to show this video and talk a little bit about it because Arthur did that. He had that moment of confusion, but also enjoyment. And I love seeing that. That's really fun because what you've just done is you've just given your horse an experience. There's Wanda. I knew she was going to be here. You've just given your horse an experience that they have not had before. And so it's really exciting when you are able to see that and watch it. So I want to make sure that you guys are can kind of hone in on that. And Arthur did a really good job of that. Wanda, we were getting worried. I was gonna call, but I go, no, we'll give her a couple minutes. So we just discussed homework, and the homework for this week is the knee rub, fetlock rub, and the coronet band. Okay, but don't do the ting points yet. Okay, ting points will be next week. But I'm going to do some research and I'm going to dig into ting points a little bit, try a little harder than I normally do. I kind of skip over ting points. I mean, I talk about them, but I don't go into detail. So I'm going to actually do some work. Okay. So what we're going to look at now is that video of little Arthur. He's just the cutest thing you've ever seen. He's so sweet. And I just love this video. So let's do that. And then let me find it. It's going to be on here. Oh, here it is. Okay, I'm already queued up and ready to go. prepared. Can everyone see this video? Oops, what happened? Okay, hold on. Pause, full screen. Okay, so we can see this now. Oh, I gotta, hold on. I gotta move this thing because I can hear myself on that. We don't want that. Okay. I can go up there anyways. All right, here we go. So this is Rita's new horse, Arthur. He's young. He's like, oh, Lane Polly's here. Excellent. This is Rita's new horse, Arthur. He's young. He's like 3 years old. He has not had a lot of body work. So it's very exciting when you work on a horse that has not had a lot of body work. Because you get to experience things together for the first time. And when you are paying a lot of attention and you're very intentional, then you get to have beautiful experiences like this one. So I wanted to share this with everyone. I had put up on the thing that I want everyone to watch this. So feel free to watch it back again and kind of learn. Or I want you to catch it. I don't want you to miss special experiences like this. So I just wanted to show this video. Hello, Elaine. Nice to see you. Nice to have you here.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, so here we go. Let's take a look at Arthur here. I was very excited about this. So the first thing you can watch is this ear right here. This one right here. He's got that ear on her, right? She does a great job of warming it up. You saw the blinks right there, right? So she's warming it up nice right here. See that? Confusion, interest, what's going on? Funny sensation. Okay, and then he goes, oh, that feels good. So you see how quick that was, right? That was very quick. But it's really fun to watch. And then on the video, I went back again because I want everyone to watch it again. Is fast. Okay. But watch his expression change. So I love that his ear is on her. He pays a lot of attention to her. Watch the blinks here when she starts rubbing his leg. Blinks are a sign of tension. Blink, 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 blink. And then she starts pulling upwards, which is a very funny sensation right there. He goes, oh. And then he goes, oh. Okay. So that is a very fun video to watch. So I want you to pay attention to that with your own horses. Okay. It's just this sensation they get, and they're like, what is that? And then they settle into it. Okay, and you saw how fast Arthur's was. A lot of times they'll come around, they do the same thing. When they come around and they kind of, they look at you and they want to smell your hands and they want to look at your hands. And I always tell them they're just normal hands. But they want to know what's going on. What do you have that just made me feel that good? Okay, so that is a very fun thing to have happen. And I love that she had that moment with him. Okay, because he had not experienced that sensation before, and you could tell. All right. So yes, video of Arthur. Okay. So next, anyone have comments or questions on that? And you can unmute at any time if you like. Nope.
It's just interesting to see their reactions.
Yeah.
Like, horses are so awesome, when
Yeah.
and sometimes when I'm working with my horse, I don't know whether I'm making him happy or whether actually, you can kind of see it, you can sense it. And she's really old. She's 27, but she still looks amazing and feels amazing. So I should do more of this. It's been great.
Yeah, it's really fun. Videotaping helps because I know that you guys have seen a lot of my videotapes of Georgia, right? She likes to do stuff when I'm talking to the camera. She doesn't like to do it in front of me. Okay, so your stoic mares are going to do that. Your stoic geldings. Okay. But when you videotape stuff, you get to see stuff a little better. And that's going to come up today when I show, well, we're going to do it right now, but the photos of lateral flexion. Because lateral flexion is kind of, you can't see what I'm going to show you today just by participating. It's kind of through videos and stuff like that. Okay.
A quick
So
question
let's take,
before we go
Yep.
on. Is there something you can do, or I can do? My horse's right hock is kind of not very flexible anymore. It's a little stiff. So if that's something that can be covered at some point, that would be great.
yeah, we're going to be doing leg range of motion and
Okay.
then lower legs. So we're doing lower legs this week in the front. It's
Okay.
going to be the same thing for the back, and that can make their hind legs feel a lot better. So
Okay.
that's definitely probably arthritis, right?
Yeah.
So nothing you can do there, but you can make the tension in the leg go away. So tension's going to accumulate in that leg because of the arthritis and lack of range of motion, and also in the other leg because of compensation.
Right.
So you can make them both feel better by getting that tension out that is going to accumulate over time.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah. So you can apply the same strokes that we're doing this week to the hind legs also. Oh, and then we're also going to get to the hind legs later. So you'll get a double whammy of it. Okay, so photos of lateral flexion. One thing I was going to show, I'm going to show some before and afters here of your guys's work, which I thought was excellent. Most of you did, well, all of you did fantastic. So let's see. We'll just share the whole thing. Okay, we already did that. Okay, so let's take a look at some photos. All right, this is the famous Zanzibar. Okay, and so she's doing lateral flexion on him. Is this Zanzibar, Marge?
No, that's Tariq.
Okay,
Tariq.
Tariq. Okay, so this is Tariq. I was like, this looks like the mane looks different. Okay.
Yeah, it is on the left and it's not as long.
That's right. Okay, so as you guys can see in this photo, straight as a board, right? And then the only part that's actually flexing is this part down here. You can pretty much see that it's straight, right? And at this point in time where she's at, this neck should be bent more, whoops, out here. Okay, it should be a lot rounder. And she's really only right about here, so it should only be these upper vertebrae that are flexed right now. But his is only flexing down here. Okay, so then here is the after. Now it's on the other side, so you know, I understand that, but this is what I think it should look like and what it ended up looking like. Do you see the difference? Huge difference. Okay, so this is all equally flexed. Everything is equally flexed. So banana neck. I want a banana neck. I don't want a 2x4 neck. Okay. 2x4 banana. Big difference. All right. Everybody see that? Any questions? We're gonna go over a lot of these. I trolled the internet. So I told you I'm gonna ruin photos of horses for you. I told you that. So I'm gonna ruin even more horses today. All right. So great job on that. Fantastic job, Marge. That's beautiful. All right. The next one is super fun. Oh, well, here's one. Here's one of my knuckleheads. Okay. Well, she's not mine, thankfully. This is Rebel. Okay. So what do you guys think about Rebel? Go ahead and unmute if you want.
I think, do you hear me?
Yeah.
Well, she seems to have a good bend in the lower, but she may be straight in the top because her head's kind of more out than if it was curved all the way, it should be looking more toward the back.
That's right. Okay. To me, it looks like she's obviously overflexed at the base. And then this looks kind of curved, but it looks really stiff and bulky and heavy to me. Okay. So definitely overflexed, probably pretty straight up here. The nose should be here. You know, if she was really flexed, it's not, it's right into Georgia's flank. Okay. So she's stiff, bulky, and heavy. That's what I would see with her. Okay. All right. What else do I have here? Here's one. Now, some of these are going to be good, so don't think that I'm showing you all crappy ones. Okay. So what do you guys think about this one? Wanda, what do you think?
Actually, I think this horse looks fairly relaxed. She's bringing her head around. And she's allowing the handler to, bring the face around to the flank or to the
That's
shoulder.
right. I love this
So
photo.
I don't think it looks too bad myself.
Yep, I agree. So this is a fantastic example of look at the smile. This should be on my catalog, or so I'll make a book about this. All right. So relaxed, 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 happy owner, happy horse, nice neck. I like that. This one back here is going like, but whatever. We're just talking about this one. Okay. So this is pretty beautiful in my opinion. Anytime the horse is in this position and their eyeball is like sticking out the side of their head, that's tension. But this is a nice relaxed eye. She's not cranking, like she doesn't have like veins popping out of her forehead because she's trying to bring the horse's head around. Obviously looks quite relaxed. So that's a beautiful photo. Good job. All right, what else do I have? Let's go to here. Whoops. Okay. This will be fun. Let's see. I did a fun one with Wanda. Let's do Wanda's horse here. Okay, so I'm going to talk through this one. Okay, I did 3 different. This is why I like to do lateral flexion 3 times. Because the first time, you're going to knock all the edges off. You're going to find out how well your horse is flexing. You're going to find the spots that they're not flexing well. The second time, you're going to improve upon those. And the third time is normally beautiful. Okay. So as you can tell here, this is Cinder, right? You can tell he's overflexed here, straight here. And then has he's okay at the upper, this is all that upper vertebra should flex, okay? But so he's slightly flexed at the upper vertebra, the very first one, and then straight, and then overflexed at the base. Okay, then let's see if I can move this. Okay, this is the next on the other side, whatever. Okay. So here's a great example of she's at the upper vertebra, and this is a beautiful flexion of the upper vertebra. This is all you want, okay? We don't want, they equally flex. So you don't want to overbend the vertebra, right? So this is a nice flexion of the upper 2 vertebra, okay? And then here we go. Okay, now you can see here, overflexed here, slightly straight here, and then nice flexion here. Okay, so this is really common where you get the first part of the neck, and then this is a really common area to be tight. So they go, that doesn't move as well, and they hop to this one. All right, that's really common. So that's always something I'm looking out for. All right. And then let's see. This one is cool. because it shows, you can look at the mane of this horse, that this is now flexing much better. So this mane kind of gives it away, that this is pretty equal flexion. And if Wanda were to step back into the flank area more and allow Cinder's head to come back to kind of where she's standing, this would be a complete banana. And you can see that this section is now flexing the way that the rest of it is. Okay? Does that make sense? All right. And I thought I did one more. Let me move. Oh yeah, here we go. And then this is where she is moving back more. You can now see that that neck is flexing beautifully. Beautifully. Okay? And I want this horse, this is a bulky horse, right? Big, beefy quarter horse. I want these big, beefy horses to be very flexible in every part of their neck for longevity. So I want them to be able to touch here and here and here and here. Okay, because it's gonna, you know, touching right here is kind of emphasizing flexion of this area, as you can tell by the mane, right? And if Wanda were to move back to the flank, then the rest of this mane is going to match that curve. It's going to match it because she's going to be stretching the opposite side of the lower neck. Okay. And then if she were to step forward and have Cinder touch right here, it would just be this upper part. Okay. So, if you know, like Georgia is very tight here. Okay, so Georgia can only really come to here. So what I need to work on is moving my body back and asking her to come to more of like the mid-rib cage. Now, every horse is built different. So we're not going to expect them all to be able to do that. Like Chester, you guys have seen him. The boy flops over on himself. Arabians can scratch their own tail. Georgia's never scratching her own tail. It's not going to happen, right? Adobe, never scratching his own tail. Okay, he's not getting back there. Okay, so we're not going to expect every horse to be the same. We want, but we want them to be the best them. And that's something that we want to hone in on and see if we can keep them to the best flexion that they have. And not overdo it either. We don't want to overdo them. We don't want to overdo them. Okay. So now let's troll the internet a bit. This was fun. Okay. All right, let's do, oh, one more. This is Shannon and Sassy. Okay. So this looks okay. Right? But little, like it's not a real banana. It's almost a banana, but you can see that the banana is kind of equal here, but then like really overflexed here. Not really, but overflexed here. So you would want this to be more of a more shaped like that, little rounder. Okay, so by the third time, and do I have the third time? Oh yeah, right here. Look at that. See the difference? So this middle section loosened up. Okay, so that's a nicer banana. Got some more equal banana. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to let you guys tell me what you see on these photos. I don't know how I got onto Arabians because I didn't even put Arabian in. I just put horse. And I got these funky looking Arabians that probably can't breathe. They probably have nasal issues. But we're going to take a look at them anyways. Okay, so let's roll through. I'm going to call on you guys. Marge, what do you see here?
It looks pretty straight. Like
Yeah,
yeah, it looks real straight.
like a 2x4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So look look at from this point here.
Yeah.
It goes straight down. It hits this one right here, right? So this is a straight 2x4 from here to here.
Yeah.
And then this one has a little bit of flex, and then this one
Okay.
is over flexed. Okay. So I want you guys to see this horse and go, whoa, 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 whoa. Come on over. Come here. Let me fix your horse for you. All right. All right. So that's that one. How do I get out of here? Hold on. Escape. Ah, excellent. All right. Let's look at this horse. All right, Leanne, you're up.
Okay, well, I'm definitely seeing a banana, although it's a downward banana more than a back banana.
Yep.
But a lot of articulation in the neck. I don't
Mhm.
know, maybe it's a little straight right by the ears there. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, this one looks pretty darn good. I mean, this is kind of your Arabian pose, right? But, you know, it is a nice banana, nice muscling. There's no like pointy area. It might be straight here. I can't really tell either, but pretty nice looking, you know, doesn't look like the horse is struggling. You know, the eye is relaxed. Ears are, you know, alert, but not like tight alert, you know, nice and relaxed alert. So that is a pretty nice one. Good job. Nice banana. Okay, Sarah. Yeah, you, Sarah.
There you go. That's looking really straight. I think you showed that earlier, the 2x4.
No, this is a different Arabian.
different. Oh, gosh. It's very straight. It's like the top looks a little bit flexed, but the rest of
Yep.
it looks very straight.
Exactly. So you can kind of see the point, right? The point is here. And from here forward, it's a mini banana. Okay, so from here forward looks pretty good. But from here down, that is straight. Okay, and it's from like here to here. So there is a little bit of flexion down here. And I mean, look at the jugular line here. You can even see it there. So flexed, oops, straight, oh, flexed. You can kind of see the exact section of the neck that is stiff, right? So this one was a little bit harder. This one was harder. But so, you know, so this one would probably be an easier fix, to be honest with you. Okay. Good job. All right, get out of there. Go away. Go away. Okay, let's see, next one. Here's one. All right. Who's up? Nancy. I switched over. I was tired of looking at the Arabians, so I typed in warm blood. So we're doing warm bloods from now on. Actually, I think I put in quarter horse at one point in time too.
Well, this kind of looks like the last one. He's curved up toward the top, you know, behind his ears. Then it goes flat.
Exactly. Yep. So this is another mini banana. You have flexion from here up. Nice. It looks nice, doesn't it? Like you
Yeah.
would see this horse and go, oh, what a pretty horse. But I would slap you on the hand and go, what's wrong with it? Okay.
Yep.
Where is it tight? And it's tight from here straight down.
Yeah.
So I want the neck to be equally curved. Boom, like that. So this horse has lateral flexion at the upper neck and then gets stiffer in the lower neck. Now, I will say that, yes, these are just photos, right? So the horse could have just simply looked like, you know, and just kind of looked quick and then had full range of motion. But to be honest with you, generally, if their neck is free, they always have a nice curve in it. They don't just look with the upper neck, like neither do we, right? We don't just look with the upper part of our neck. We look with our whole neck, and it goes into our shoulders, you know, it's a relaxed motion. Okay, so upper neck on this horse looks really nice. It's overflexed because the rest of the neck isn't doing much. All right. Okay. All right, Sue, you're up.
That's pretty bad. Um, well, what I'm seeing is it looks tight. The whole neck looks tight. And you see a bit of banana at the top. It's nice and curved, but as you get down, it's not
Not as curved.
as curved. And
Yeah,
it's also
so the,
got that big bulky thing behind the ear that runs. I can't point to it, but yeah, where you are, that's just a
Yep.
big bulky tight area. It looks like maybe it is. It's hard to tell, but it's got that deep shadow in
Yeah.
it.
so you can take a look at this area of the neck again. This has a real nice curve up here. It is overdeveloped at the upper neck. That's kind of common in dressage horses. Okay, so this part of the neck up here is nicely curved, and then when you start getting down toward the base of the neck more, it's a little tighter, little straighter, okay? So you again would want the curve of the neck to be more of a banana shape down here. Up here, it's looking pretty good, but you want the base to match also. Horse's face, this eye, I guarantee you if you give it a massage, that eye is going to be softer. Okay, so it doesn't look tight, right? It doesn't look like overly stressed, or it's definitely not a pain eye, but there's no white showing, but I promise you after a massage, this eye is going to look softer, bigger, and brighter. Okay. All right. All right, what's next here? Oh, here we go. Carol Cutler.
Okay, there's a thunderstorm here, so I'll do my best. Is this the same horse?
Nope.
No. Okay. It looks like his
Welcome to
neck has been-
dressage horses. Oh, it's the bay out in the pasture. Okay, great. Thanks.
It's his neck looks like it's been photoshopped to be skinnier.
That's hilarious.
Doesn't it though?
Now that you said that, thanks a lot.
Sorry. I'm trying to make it big enough that I can see. There is definitely a flat spot in the lower neck.
Yeah.
It looks like there's a decent curve on the top. And the eye doesn't look too bad, but the nostrils looks a little tight, maybe.
Oh, yeah, you're right on that one. Yep. Yeah, so nice curve up here. You can tell that's moving fine. And then it just straightens out from like here. Well, there's two parts. There's a small part right here that's straight, and then from right there down is straight.
Yep.
Boop. Exactly. Okay. So just stuff for you guys to pick up on when you're, oh, who's gonna get this one? Who's here? Let's see. This is a great one. Who hasn't gone yet? Who has not gone yet? Sylvie. Sylvie, come back.
I'm here.
What do you see in this neck? Don't fake
Well.
cutting out. Okay, there you go.
It's weird. It's
Yes,
like
that is
upper
those were my
part.
exact words, Sylvie.
Weird. Yeah. It's like two necks.
Yes. Thank you.
I don't understand really this middle thing.
This thing here.
Yeah,
Yep.
but it's like there's some neck and then it
comes forward and go on another S shape, something.
Yeah. So this horse, in my opinion, needs some pretty serious work.
He has a broken neck.
It definitely, like Sylvie said, I love that she said that, looks like two different necks. I mean, you could Photoshop a horse in a, like, standing differently and it might make more sense. It doesn't look like this face is attached to this neck, and it doesn't look like this neck goes on this body. Isn't it weird?
Maybe it's
so
not.
Yeah, it's some like IA horse or AI. Okay, so this is straight, which doesn't make any sense. This face is like facing a way that doesn't make sense. It's like the neck is it's like over here. Okay, very strange photo. Whoops. Oh shoot, what happened? That's a different strange photo. That one was my favorite. Let's go back to it. Yeah. This horse, chiropractic and massage would be my suggestion. We're gonna double barrel this one. So a lot of tension, right? A lot of tension right here. Look at the
face
lines
and-
here.
Yeah.
Okay, I hate those when you can see that line real strong. The eye, in my opinion, looks kind of disassociated. Okay. That head is not sitting on that neck properly. The eye does not look happy to me. It doesn't necessarily look like a pain eye, but I promise you, this is not how this horse is supposed to look. Okay, this is by far the worst photo that I found. Oh, Stallions Direct UK. Well, I'll give them a call. Okay. They can fly me over. All right, good. This one was, yeah, let's take a look at this one too. How many people? Who hasn't gone yet? Some people bailed out. Did everyone go yet? Okay, Sarah, back to you. This
What
one
is
got
that
greased up for
major
us.
lump behind the ears?
Yeah,
It's a tiny thing, but it looks like a big growth there behind the ears.
yeah.
It's very bulgy.
Mm-hmm.
And then kind of straight further down,
Mm-hmm.
and then bending at the neck, the lower part.
Yes, this is pretty classic. Okay, so we have the overflexion. Well, this is overdeveloped. This one looks like he just got out of the wrestling ring because he's all like,
Yeah.
like all greased up. But so from here to here, you can see this like bulge. Now, quarter horses that have been, and I can't actually narrow it down to what exactly it is. My theory is that it's tie downs. Quarter horses will get this funky, like really super straight area right here, and then it like bends really severe, and then it goes into the rest of their neck. Okay. And my dad's horse had that. And I know I have a photo somewhere because I was asking the vet about it, and the vet didn't give me a clear answer. But my dad's horse, in my opinion, was probably from like one of the harder states like Montana, maybe Wyoming. I was looking kind of in that area for like a real ranch style horse, because his cannon bones were like that, and he was a quarter horse. He weighed 1,250 pounds, and he was 15.2. So but he wasn't like super muscled out. It was just like his bones were really big. So that's why I was kind of thinking like real ranch style.
Sounds like Adobe.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Just like real big boned. But they get this funky flat area and then like a kind of a hard break right there, and then it goes into their neck. So this one kind of reminds me of that a little bit, but it's flexing down, but it's not flexing laterally. Do you guys see that? So this neck is not flexing laterally except for this one spot right here, but it's flexing kind of funky. And then this is straight, and then this is overflexed. And I wish we could see the rest of this photo because I think we would see a point here in the neck if we could. And well, I guess we can check the underneath. Here's the point that I'm talking about. This would go with this point right here. All right, and then this is straight, and then this is overflexed. Okay, so it's kind of a funky photo. I also feel like the throat latch on this horse would be really tight. This face looks like it's jammed into the neck, doesn't it? Just looks like it's just shoved in there. So I would work this whole area right here and see if I could get that head to like get a little bit of space. Like if you could cover this up, you would expect the neck to start further back instead of like jammed up. Like this looks like it's jammed up into the temple. There should be like an inch there. Okay. So that one was kind of a funky photo. All right, Marge.
Let's see. Well, it looks up top there's some bend, but it's a little bulky up top there too, like that other one.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little overdone there, and then it gets straighter. Then
Yep.
it gets straight.
Yep. So this one obviously is not as dramatic as the rest of
Yeah.
them, right? So this one has
It's
kind of a nice curve here, and then just at the very base, just at this little section right here, it straightens out. So you would want to work on, you know, kind of coming in front of the scapula and then asking them to move to bend this part. The rest of this looks pretty good. This is a nice curve to it. You got the upper banana there, and then it kind of just straightens out right down here. The eye looks nice. That would probably loosen up a bit with some nice massage. But look, this one's looking better than that one that had the funky head over here looking straight at you. Okay. So not too bad on that one. Let's take a look at this guy here. All right, Nancy. Oh, he's cute though, isn't he? He cute.
Yeah, he is kind of cute.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think he looks pretty good.
Yep. Pretty darn
Um,
good.
I just want to
Yeah,
loosen the halters or
Yeah,
whatever
like
that is.
yeah, this is a little tight right here in the throat latch, but see how nice this goes all the way down to the shoulder. That's all
Right.
equal. Boom, boom, boom. Now there is a little bump here. Okay. That's
Right.
a little bump, but that, in my opinion, after the massage would be softer and fluffier. That's just tight muscles. That's not a restricted range of motion. Okay.
Okay.
So this is a pretty nice curve to this horse. And then I would want, you know, see his nose is kind of rooted out. So I would loosen this and let that head drop down a little bit more into a relaxed position. But lateral flexion wise looks pretty good. All right, this is the last one here, I think. Oh yeah. All right, who's up? Leanne?
I think this is similar to many of them we've seen. Obviously, there's a curve at the top. It's not pronounced, but his head's pretty high. But then it straightens out, and he might have some bend there at the very bottom, but he's pretty stiff-boarded in that neck.
Yeah, totally stiff. And this, it's funny because this goes out, this kind of swings in, and then this swings out again. So I think this horse may be misaligned, and that would be fixed. Like, I think this should not be sticking out like that. Or this one is sticking out over here. So this one might be pushed in too far. Okay, because
Right.
if, I mean, these two might be lined up and then this one's stuck in too far. I don't really know. But lateral flexion would probably fix that if you do it correctly. Okay. And then that's not a relaxed eye. And who knows what they're doing to get him to do a pretty picture, right? So they might be like, what is that? Shaking a bottle with rocks in it at me, you know? So, all right, I think that's all I got. Yeah, that was me trolling the internet. This poor horse here, though. The poor thing. Oh, the poor little thing. He's like, I don't want to breed anymore, you guys. It's been rough. That last mare was real mean to me. She kicked me right in the neck. Okay. All right, so that's some fun with lateral flexion. Any questions for this week? That's all I got for you.
I do. I tried the lateral flexion. I don't think I videoed it. And they would go so far and then the head would dive way down.
Yep.
Does that mean they're stuck? Like
Yes.
halfway?
Yep.
Okay.
And that's their way of getting out of it. They're like, I'll fool her. Is it Bunny that's like the pro at that? Was it Bunny or Raven? I think it's Bunny. Yeah, Bunny's a good rooter. She would take that head right down. Okay,
That's what
so
mine
it's
would go
one,
to.
it's one of the many tactics that they will use to avoid doing that. Wanda had a horse, was it Cinder, that would back up? Yeah. So backing up is another one. Throwing their head down, throwing their head up, pushing into you and over the top of you. Okay. So all you need to do is go right before that happens. Well, one, I loop my hand underneath the halter and I don't let them put their head down. Okay. Who's doing it?
On both.
Oh,
Scout
okay.
and Noki were both doing it.
Is it the same spot or a different spot?
I can't remember. I did it last week when I was camping. Noki does it pretty quick.
Okay.
Scout goes a little bit more.
Okay. So you're dealing with upper neck and then maybe mid neck or lower neck.
Yeah.
So you're before like right before they do it, you just stay in that spot and you just wiggle, 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 wiggle. Same with the backing up. That's just a sign that that's the spot. Okay. Just wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Stay with them. The video that Wanda did with Cinder, he was backing up. They did a little tour of the barn, went off the camera,
I remember
came
that.
back. Okay. So you just have to stay right there. You can't go any further because if you go further, they're like, excellent. They skipped over that spot. That was my tactic. Okay. So just stay right there, wiggle, 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 and you'll feel it. It's like struggle, 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 struggle. Okay. So you gotta wait it out.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Good question. Anyone else? Okay, so feel free. Yep,
Hey.
Nancy.
Well, Raven, I haven't uploaded the video yet, but when you do the belly lift, she's stuck. And I can,
Okay.
I can do my fingers and all that, and she's stuck. There's no movement up.
So is she can you go like a lot of times when they're stuck, it's right kind of where the girth goes. That's like the heaviest part. And then as you move back their belly, they start lifting the further you get toward their legs. So try that. And you know, I do, it's hard on our body, but I do coochie coochie coo. And I think to myself that like up, 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 or you can even kind of go like, come on, up, 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 and then move your way back their belly. And you'll find that they start lifting, like, was it Adobe, Leanne? It was the one I just watched. So Adobe, watch Leanne's video of Adobe that she just put up, that I just put comments on, because it's the same thing. He started out and a lot of times they don't understand the assignment. Okay, so they just go, I don't, what do you do? Like, what do you do? What's my job here? So you gotta help them a little bit. So Adobe at first was like, oh, what? Okay. And I could tell his whole body like tensed up, but it didn't lift the first time. And then kind of the second time it like tensed up and then like did like tiny little lift. And then the third time he went, oh yeah. And he sucked right up. Yeah. And right over to the side, especially when she started going like mid ribs to the hind end. He just went, oh yeah, I got it. And he just sucked up real nice. So watch that video, get a little inspiration, and then try that and see. And sometimes instead of just doing the midline, I'll just go like rake the bottom, just like pull it, rake it like really hard. Yeah. Or scoochie, I gotcha. Okay. So anything that helps. I mean, hoof pick, if you have kind of weaker arms, or, you can try a softer hoof pick, just something to help them understand what you're asking them to do. And then when they do it, go, oh, good job, good job, good job. And then they go, oh, that's all you wanted is me to do that? Okay, great. So sometimes it's just an understanding issue.
Yeah, I went from, the girth area on the way back to her, all the way back, and she just stuck. Now,
It's like, I
Bunny
don't
did,
use my abs anymore. That's what's out of the program.
and she's weird about her belly anyway. I mean, you can't put a
Oh.
back cinch on her. I mean, she goes crazy if you put the back
Really?
cinch. Yeah. So, yeah,
How
she's
was-
kind of weird.
How was the belly rub?
Oh, I think she liked that okay.
Okay, that's
was,
good.
I was tentative because I really didn't know how she'd do with her belly because she is kind
Exactly.
of weird. But she seemed to like so I'll get that up one of these days so you can see what you think.
Yeah. And how is she with belly slaps?
I didn't even try that.
Okay, try it.
Okay.
Start easy, you know the deal. She
Yeah.
might like that. I mean, her ribs might be stuck. I mean, it might be a rib issue too. We're not onto ribs yet, so it'll be interesting
No.
when we go to the ribs to see what happens. And then maybe I'll have you swing back down to that belly when you're doing the ribs too, and see if there's a difference.
Right.
Game plan.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
That
Anyone else?
reminded me, I did have a question, with Ellie, she doesn't move her belly a lot. I get a little lift with her, but not a lot. But when I tried the side, just kind of the ribs, she just sidled away. And so I never even got that done on her, and she does have issues with her ribs. I mean, that started a couple years ago. So I don't know if it's but like when I tried to do just under the ribs on the side, she just sidestepped away from me and I never could even get that done.
Yeah, that sounds a little bit like it could be a couple things, an understanding issue, or she's worried about it. So you would have to figure out how to make that less. So like right away when you said that, I just wanted to, I do this thing and maybe I'll teach it to you guys for when we do the ribs, where I hold the halter and I just gently, have I shown you this before? Press into, okay. Yeah, press into the ribs and I just get them to kind of individually move. Okay, so that might help her with that. It sounds a little bit like an anxiety thing.
Yeah, she had issues with her back ribs right near her back end, and you had me do that. And I haven't done it for a while, but I'll start and do that first and then try the lift again, because she did have an issue back on that back section of her ribs.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let us know how that goes. Awesome. All right, anything else? Cool. That's what I have. I have some cool updates on Chester. I will be getting those out. I've been documenting him pretty well. I haven't put a lot up just because I'm not a fan of editing stuff. And I gotta cut these videos down and stuff, but he is doing fantastic. The leg issue is pretty major. I did have Reiki done on him, which one gave me some ideas, and two, he loved it. So that's been really helpful, and I'm looking forward to I'll talk about that at some point in time, but he's doing great. I have some cool before and after videos, and I'm obviously not done with him at all, but the change in the way that I haven't even shared his initial video, I don't think, where the first time I took him in the round pen, he was an absolute nutcase. I don't think I shared it, but he kind of lost his mind. Like he was out of control. He couldn't stop running. And now when I walk out, it is a beautiful picture of a calm, relaxed, beautiful Arabian. And Arabians, they just, hey, they're so flashy and sassy. And now he's just so relaxed. And I actually have to go, come on, move your butt, which before I was like, yo, stop spraying gravel all over the place, man, chill out. So that's been super fun. I'm starting to incorporate, he has cow work. He has dressage under his belt. He has showing. He has Arabian, fancy movement, saddle seat stuff, all under his belt. But that boy don't know how to move his front end on the ground. He can't pick his feet up. He doesn't know how to, hide his hiney. He doesn't know these basic groundwork things. And luckily I love groundwork. It's my thing. So, he didn't know how to lunge without losing his mind. So we've been doing that, and we're now working on moving the front end, which you guys know is the harder of the two. Hide the hiney is kind of easy. The front end's a little harder. He goes, as he goes over, he steps forward instead of stepping over to do that. It's awesome. So I have videos of all that, and we'll be sharing his progress soon whenever I sit down to do those videos. Okay. Yes, Nancy.
You mentioned the Reiki. Was it a Reiki master that worked on him?
I'm pretty sure, because she's good. She's the one that got Georgia to yawn first, and it really pissed me off. I was like, listen, if you get her to yawn before I do, I'm gonna be mad. And like 10 minutes later, Georgia yawned, and I was like, okay, I'm mad and happy. So she took months off my work with Georgia because, well, y'all know Georgia, it's tough case. And she took months of training off of my work, and Georgia responds really well to it too. Interesting, they were completely different. Georgia had old stuff. Chester, she said, and I don't know, you can't prove any of this, right? But she says that Chester, it's all happened to him now, where with Georgia, she's like, it's older stuff. So with Chester, it's more recent. And once it gets fixed, it's fixed sort of deal, and then with Georgia, it's like, this is just kind of made her personality the way it is. So very interesting how different the two are, and they are opposites, right? You guys know that they're completely opposite. So it's been interesting. Anything to help them is fine. So yeah, I'll be sharing that with you guys soon. Okay. Awesome. You guys have a great week. This week should be pretty easy. So knees, elbows, knees, and toes. Knees, fetlocks, cornet band. Leave the ting points for next week. Okay. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks, Erin.
Bye.
Yep. See you later. Have a good week.
Yeah.
You too.